Hey guys, and welcome back to part 2 of Ghostbusters.
Yes!
But before I get into the other products, let's talk about the video games. I'm gonna shoot some of these fucking down. It's a long fucking list of video games. A lot of them are shitty. In 1984, they kind of shoveled out Ghostbusters video game, which was an Activision title. We had for the Atari 2600, the Sega Master System, and the NES. They kind of all looked the same. Some of them were colorful, some of them were bananas. Literally fucking bananas. Yeah, there's bananas right here. Fucking bananas right there. It's fucking bananas. Designed by the same guy, David Crane. He did Freeway, A Boy and His Blob, Night Trap. He did fucking Night Trap, that thing where boobs dancing, kaboom, Home Improvement, ooh, dinosaurs. Some things about the 90s, guys. Some things that just, you stay back there. Pitfall, everybody knows Pitfall, fucking delicious. And Laser Blast. If you like dicks in your mouth, it's for you. It's for me, it's for everybody. But the Sega Genesis game, that one was cool. Still missing Winston, of course. Fucking racist motherfuckers. God damn it. Also, it came out somewhere around that time in 1987, was the real Ghostbusters video game arcade. I actually didn't know about this till I was doing research recently. It's a thing. It looks stupid as usual. I mean, I've never played it because I didn't know it actually existed. So that's a thing. You're welcome. So then we got Ghostbusters 2. I got this as a kid. There's basically like 4 levels that are all the same and you walk around and it's dumb. I don't like it. Then I found out another Ghostbusters 2 game. It's called the new Ghostbusters 2. You know who fucking developed this? Do you know? I'm really mad about this. How? Smash Brothers fucking how? We didn't get it. Europe got it. Japan got it. We didn't get it. I didn't get it. I wanted it. It looked better than what the fuck we got. Ghostbusters 2 for the DOS, yeah. So it also came out with the Amiga and the Atari 2600. That one did not get released because due to being old as piss, real Ghostbusters video game for Game Boy. Based off the wonderful Crazy Castle games. This game is identical to the European version, which was called Garfield's Labyrinth, which is, again, ironic because that thing was the same voice as that thing. This thing did that voice thing, but that guy didn't want to do this fucking thing because he's a fucking pooper doodle. And then we're going more into the extreme category. I didn't talk about the cartoon yet. I didn't talk about the cartoon yet. God. Cat, I'm gonna throw shit at you. So, I'll get into that right now. They made Extreme Ghostbusters, which was kind of like a pass the torch from the real Ghostbusters. And the guy who played Carlton...
Man, those guys had some incredible hardware.
That's fine. It was a very interesting cast. Yeah, actually, I liked it because it showed into a point the rest of the Ghostbusters moved on. But the only person that stayed behind was Egon, and he went back to his professor job.
4 people are taking this class, double the class size I had last semester.
Everyone else did their own thing then. They all left. But the other person who also stayed behind him, Janine.
Janine?
Still living in the firehouse.
Yes, well,
Gene was literally helping him maybe remember how it is to be human because he's so fucking robotic.
And then there's the issue of imprecise nomenclature. Birthdays aren't actually birthdays per se, since obviously you're only born once. In fact, it wasn't until the ancient Aztecs that a person's...
New Ghost came out, parallel dimension bullshit, I don't know. So they needed to upgrade their weapons. So, well, the new Extreme Ghostbusters, they upgraded their new packs. Really liked the new trap. It actually like springs open and spins around and kind of neat. Like, it's a kind of dynamic feature. I like it. I like the reload system that they have with the canisters. Everything had to be handled delicately because you don't want to run out of ammo if you're being bombarded with fucking ghosts. I like that idea because, with the other proton packs, you just spray and pray. Oh, in the end of the season, they had like a reunion thing where the original Ghostbusters come back. Surprise! And they fight the Bermuda Triangle. I know that sounds stupid, but it was really cool. The shit was moving in the sea where like everything was disappearing, but it was apparently moving towards Manhattan, and it was just a huge creature that was devouring underneath the water. So back on topic, going to the Extreme Ghostbusters video game. It kind of reminded me of like Back to the Future, where you're collecting clots running down the street and turned into a fucking side-scroller. You swap back and forth between characters. I'm also forgetting about the Game Boy Color version coming out in 2001. Very similar, crappier, essentially. And then they had a PlayStation 1 version called the Ultimate Invasion. It looked very similar to it's Time Crisis with cardboard cutouts. It's stupid. So then we get into the uber shitty shit Ghostbusters mobile game in 2006. No references to fucking anything. So next, The Glorious that came out in 2006, which is my personal favorite Ghostbusters the video game. They repraised all their fucking rules, taken a lot of concept from the Ghostbusters 3 Hellbent script that they were trying to make at the time, written by Dan Aykroyd and Hale Ramis, adapted to a video game. It's pre-ordered this thing. I sat out in a Best Buy parking lot after school and I waited for this thing. This thing was exactly what I wanted. For every Ghostbuster fan, this was it. This was so fucking wonderful. Everything had love to it, man. Everything, the little details on the proton packs, and the storyline was exactly what I wanted as well. This tied into a genre that I like to call the reboot sequel, the re-sequel, kind of like Star Wars Episode 7. Pass along the torch. This one didn't pass along a torch, but it had the idea to pass on the torch. Because this game tied in Ghostbusters 1 and 2, and did something else too at the same time, is Shandor, who is a reference to the first movie. He built Sigourney Weaver's apartment.
The architect's name was Ivo Shandor. He was also a doctor, performed a lot of unnecessary surgery. And then in 1920, he started a secret society.
Let me guess. Gozer worshippers.
He was going hand in hand with Gozer. Ironically enough, the guy who plays Shandor in this is the mayor, was also in Ghostbusters 2 as the doctor, which is also the Flying Dutchman.
I'm the Flying Dutchman.
So he was making structures around the city, creating a...
It's a mandala.
So they go back to the library, and they find the librarian there.
That this collector used the Gray Lady to get to the rare books in her care, the Gozerian Codex. Evidently, he murdered her for it.
Eerie place.
They find out all these things are connected, and they find out there's a secret building.
And that means the fourth portal must be here.
And then you got to fight the giant Slore.
During the third reconciliation of the last of the McKettrick supplicants, they chose a new form for him. That of a giant Slore!
You actually get to fucking see it and play it.
Hit it, right?
But, Easter egg, if you look on the screen, you can actually see the congratulations, the end title screen, which is the same end credits that you see in the first Ghostbusters video game. At the end of the credits, they basically say that they're opening other franchises.
I think we're prepared to offer a potentially lucrative Ghostbusters franchise in either Chicago, Los Angeles, or Cincinnati.
And I like that idea, because ghosts cannot just be contained only in New York City because they're contained everywhere. That led up to Sanctum of Slime, which came out I think a year or two later. It was a kind of shovel title, kind of an arcade style. They used a lot of the same assets. And it was good, you know, for the $10 I paid for. Satisfying enough. I don't know if I'll play it again, but it was a thing. After Sanctum of Slime, we got Ghostbusters Paranormal Blast. It's an app, it's a thing, it does a thing, whatever next. And then after that was Ghostbusters Believe app, it's another app, thanks. Then another one came out with Ghostbusters Pinball in 2014. Now there's coming up a new video game called Ghostbusters, based off the 2016 characters, but not based off the characters. I think it's exactly like Sanctum of Slime. It looks like Sanctum of Slime, but they're wanting $50 instead of 10. Fuck you. They're also making another game called Slime City, another app game. Who cares? I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up here, so please come back later when I can talk more about toys and possibly the future of where Ghostbusters is heading. So, check back later, guys. Blah 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 blah. If you want to subscribe, blah 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 blah. Fuck. Fucking. Do you care? No. Just fucking. Hey, there's a kitty. There's a fucking kitty. You wanna hit the kitty to subscribe? Hit the kitty to subscribe. You subscribe the kitty. Subscribe to the fucking kitty. Subscribe to the fucking kitty.